Hi, I'm Tristan Dave Zablan from the Philippine Space Agency, and I'm here to present to you our work, which is From Space to Shore, Mapping Mangrove Forests Across the Nation with You. So the Philippine Space Agency is a national government agency, and it has the mandate to use satellite technology for different applications for national development. So we produce a lot of maps for different applications like climate, disasters, environment, agriculture, among others. So on March 2023, a partnership was formed between the Department of Environment and Natural Resources and the Philippine Space Agency. So our memorandum of agreement was to develop an artificial intelligence model that will automatically map the mangrove forest of the whole Philippines using satellite imagery. Specifically, this is a machine learning model. So just to give you context, not everyone here may possibly not know mangroves are. So mangroves are shore or coastal vegetation, and they provide a lot of benefits. They are bastions against water-related disasters. They are home to different kinds of species, and they store so much carbon more than regular forests that they help in climate change. Unfortunately, in the Philippines, we have lost a lot of mangroves, around 29,000 hectares across 12 to 17 regions in the span of 2 decades. And these regions, according to a study, experience climate change impacts. So moving on to the methodology, basically to map mangroves, or at least to develop the artificial intelligence / machine learning model, we give them teaching points. So we give them points which are mangroves and which are not mangroves. But in the 2 examples I showed you, it's easy for us to interpret which mangroves are from water. But how can we separate mangroves from other kinds of forests? So that's why it is important to incorporate the ground truth perspective. And to do so, we had to use ODK Collect. So through this ODK Collect, we created a form that where we will collect different kinds of data from photos, location, the compass, the different kinds of trees present around the area, the mangrove species, canopy density, among others. And to make this nationwide, we had to do a lot of capacity building. We had to rely on citizens to collect data for us because we are a relatively young agency. We only had 1 office, we don't have local offices. And we were established 5 years ago. So we had to do a lot of capacity building, do different kinds of media campaigns, among others. And through this crowdsourcing method, through this media campaigns, we created this kind of friendly competition campaign and to encourage more contributors to provide data for us. So we are so happy that people went against the elements just to collect data and to make this mangrove map possible. So, and these data are eventually visualized through the Looker Studio for the volunteers to appreciate. We were able to get 13,000 points, more than the target of 10,000 points. We got around 850 volunteers across the nation, and because of these data that they have provided, in just a span of 4 months, since March 2024 was the launch of the campaign, it was like a 4-month or 5-month campaign, where we were able to produce the Philippine Mangrove Map of 2023 and was proudly made history as it was unveiled in the National Museum of Natural History. And we were able to map 327,000 hectares of mangroves across the 30 million hectares of land the Philippines has. So in summary, the Philippine Mangrove Map 2023 is a passion project of different people, from scientists, the people, the government, among others. And so what's next for the Philippine Space Agency? We recently launched the seagrass and coral mapping. We will still be using ODK, this time on underwater features. And we're also in partnership with the European Commission on collecting validation data for their land cover, forest, and crop mapping services for the Philippines. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening. You can contact me through this email.